you now, Barney! Barney! You got 4. Hurry up, here we go! 3:19!
The give is to Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Come on, guys. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
What's the ball? Check out. 390.
After the interception, it's Love. And his first pass is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
12. 12. Boys, 56. Check, 56. Go ahead. Back to you.
Off of play action. Love. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set. 3:19.
Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
We're rolling. Single. Watch 12. 1, 6 to 3. Tempo.
On 1st down, Love. Complete. Richardson has it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
12. Hey, easy.
A shotgun snap for Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Go ahead. I got him. One day.
From the red zone now, Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Here's Love. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here.
5, 675. Go ahead.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
second and goal from the 6 this time.
Tight end right, tight end right. Go ahead.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Bengals. 49 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
This is Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And his throw is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now back to throw. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Go ahead. 11
Back to the air. Luck on second down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
12. Go ahead.
On first down, it's Locke. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tempo. 6:22. 56. 12.
Throwing again is Locke. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
12. Color.
To the air again, Locke. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And taken right on the 30. There was a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and throw something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Luck on first down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a first down throw. Lock. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals have recovered it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flynn. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue.
Back to throw here. He's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flynn. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's got Moncrief. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Blue 90. Blue
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Flynn. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll throw now on the final play. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So we are at... Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. From the gun, here's Love. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, Luck. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Go ahead.
On first down, Luck. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
12. 12.
Luck now to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, 4 down. Reggie.
Throwing on third down, Luck. This is caught. Watkins. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Luck. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's second down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete. incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Well, look at Dante Moncrief. He and the offense getting ready to go again here. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flynn. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
They'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Green 39. Green 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
We got four. Set! Green!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Wide, 622.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
To the right. I got him. On me. Wide, 622.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Go ahead.
So on 1st down, it's Locke. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll run it with Jones. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. Spinning away. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Green 39.
He'll look to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing one out for Boyd. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
11Z. Reggie. 622.
Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
12. Gun. 12.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing now, Luck. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
12.
Luck. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Luck. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's happened to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So the Broncos coming out now. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Luck gonna throw it. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Luck now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Throwing. We're rolling. 12.
Now it's Luck. And this is caught by Watkins. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Single. I got a single. Color. Watch 14.
On first down, Love. His throw incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
12. 11. 56. Go ahead.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Broncos on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To the air again. Locke. A quick hitter complete. It's Richardson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
11Z. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey, easy. 51's the mic, boys. 51. Oh, go ahead. He goes to use you.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And his kick is indeed good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end,